Hello, welcome to Trisha's Cards and Crafts, and today for Watercolour Wednesday, or What's on Wednesday, I'm going to do some watercolouring again, but this time I'm going to use these cards and envelopes, and they're in the new mini catalogue. They're part of a suite, and these are gold foiled flowers, cards and envelopes. You get 10 cards and envelopes, and they're in with gold and vanilla, and they come like this. So these are meant to be the outside, and then you've got a white on the inside, and you get these beautiful laser cut envelopes as well. Now you might want to put some when you're sending it, if you can, you might want to put some adhesive on that part so that it doesn't get caught, but if you're handing it to somebody, this would be fine as it is, because the adhesive is just here. Okay, so that's the back. You could always stamp, or you could just leave it as it is. Actually, it might be nice to actually do some colouring underneath so that shows through even more. Maybe we'll have a little go at that, but I might not this time. Don't know, maybe we will, but it would all have to be one colour, I think, because we wouldn't know where to do which bits otherwise. So that's going to be our envelope. So there's pretty envelopes and gorgeous cards to go with them, but today I'm going to use this slightly differently, because I want this to be on the outside, but I saw somebody else do this, and I can't remember who it was, but she actually turned the card and used it like this, and we turn back this edge, so it's like a sort of a Z fold, or a flat turned back card. So you've got all of your card showing, so that you don't really lose any of this. The only trouble is then is you need to put something over the top, not to hide it, but to make sure it shows off properly. So I'm going to put this over the top there, and then on the inside I'm going to put another layer on the inside. So I will be covering some of the flowers up, but it really needs something. I needed to put something over the top so that you don't see the piece on the inside for you to write on. But I also thought I'll put something on the front here. I'm just going to make a thank you card out of this one. So I'm going to use the two different thanks from the Biggest Wish stamp set, which is in the annual catalogue. I'm going to use both of those, but before I do any of that, I'm going to do some colouring, and I'm going to use a water brush, and I could use have I got it here? I should have it there somewhere, but it can't see it. They're blender pens, you can use those as well, but for today I'm going to use the water brush, but I'm going to try and make sure I don't get it too wet. So I'm going to colour in just on this side, this half of the paper. I'm not going to do the other half, and I'm going to use some real red ink because I'm using real red cards, so I'll just stick to that. So I'm going to just put this down and just do some watercolouring. I think I might add a little bit of water to it, because I want to make sure that it's not too wet, but I don't want it to be too dry either. I'm going to use a piece of, there we go, a piece of dry cloth to use on it as well. It shouldn't, the gold foiling should ensure that it resists the gold foil part of it. So I'm going to carry on and do some watercolouring around at least the outside part of it anyway. I don't think I need to do the whole, like, around here so much, but I'll do the bits that I think will probably show. Shouldn't have done that. I might end up doing all of it, but we'll see. Because the bit that I'm going to stick over the top of, I don't need to colour. You can always go back in afterwards and put some shadows and things in if you want to. I thought some of these are poppies. Well, they look like poppies to me, and some of them look like roses, so I thought the red would be nice. We'll go back over. I'll just put one layer down first and then go back over with the darker colour afterwards. I'm not going to worry about the black centres on the poppies. This could be, I don't know, a dahlia maybe. You can have red ones too, or a chrysanthemum. Don't think that looks much like a poppy to me, but we'll see. Not quite sure what that bit is, where that piece comes from. And the same thing here. I think I might just do all the centres as well. This flower, again, just a bud waiting to open. All of the flowers are going to be red for me, but I might make some of them a little bit darker than others, but it's fine. That's more petals here. This one. There, and that one. Here. And this side here, I have these coloured in too. I mean, you can take your time, but because I'm videoing, I don't want to take too long over this. So it might not be the best. You can take your time and make sure you stay inside the lines. I'm doing my best. But we'll see how we get on. There we go. And then another piece here. I'm only going to go up to that line there. I'm not going to go over there onto the other side. Partly because I haven't got the time, and partly because I don't really want to do that part as well. But I'm just going to, there's too much water on this brush now, so I'm going to just try, see if I can take some of the water off there without making too much of a mess. Hopefully I didn't. And then we've got this one here. Still a lot of water on there. Drag the water off. Some of these, so it's not too wet. A little bit right there. And then I've got these two more bits here. So that's a rose here. So that can be nice and dark. Just to there. And then this poppy. Like I said, I think I'm rushing this a little bit, but you don't need to do that. You can take your time. It can be quite nice to watercolour because it can be quite relaxing if you're not up against the clock, that is. then it's not quite so relaxing. So this one here, finish with that one. And then this rose just here. Here we go. Oh, and this one, forgot one. Missed one out completely. I think the card has got a bit of coating on this, so it doesn't actually sink in too much either. There we go. So I think, let me just see, I got all the flowers. I think so. So I might just go back here now and try and put some shading in. That was a bit stupid. My hand up. Oh dear, dear. Never mind. Too late now. And some more here. Maybe put some dark around the back where they would be in the shadows. And maybe this one as well. There we go, and that one there. With the roses, I think the colour would be more dense towards the centre, so just so maybe to there. And on these leaves just here in the centre, and maybe just around the centre of that flower. Up there. I think put some just here on this one. Here we go, nearly finished with the red anyway. There we go, a little bit there. Just blend those out. All right, I think that's enough painting with the red. Let's just clean this off, and hopefully not on me. Just push some colour through. So that's all of the red that I'm going to do. And now the green, and I'm using, whoops, that's come off. That can go back on. I don't know what I did there. Now for the garden green. Whoops. There we go. So I've got some garden green here. and just do the leaves and maybe the stems. Again, I'm not going to worry about this too much. I think that's about all on that side, and just a little bit more over here. There we go. Then these don't need to be quite so dark. I coloured that in, but it doesn't matter. Don't think anybody's going to worry too much about that. There we go. I think that will have to do for there. So that's my card watercoloured. Again, I've used the inks and the water brush. I'll just try and push any green that's left in there out. Clean off my brush before I put it away. There we go. So that's my card done. Now I'm going to do some stamping, and I'm going to use the garden green again. So for the one on the front, I'm going to get another piece of scrap paper, from somewhere. Should have this here. What have I done with it? This is it. Oops. Oh, I don't know where that came from. I can go in a bit. Right, let's just, here we go. I'll use this. So I'm going to do a row of light thanks. So I'm going to stamp off and then stamp on and then stamp off and stamp again and stamp off and stamp again, and then I might just try and do one little one at the top. I don't think that quite worked, but there we go, that'll do, that's fine. And then full strength, I'm going to do the cursive thanks, so like that, only I'm going to try and make sure I ink it up better than that one, and I'm going to put that one there. There we go. So hopefully that will stand out a little bit more. And then on, I'm going to leave the inside, because it's a thank you card, I'm going to leave that blank so that whoever I send it to, I can just write a little message there. And one other thing I might do, with the, now I think it's the butterflies, the lavender, perennial lavender suite, you get a pack of laser cut. I saw them just now, so they've got to be here. Butterflies. I'll get there in the end. And these are those, and they come in 5 different sizes, and there's 8 sheets altogether, so you get 40 altogether. They're called paper butterfly accents. You can buy them separately, but I bought these because they came as part of the set. Now I'm going to try to colour this in with a blending brush. I've got red one. Don't know where that's gone. I will use, I think, this one for now. I think it's reasonably clean. Let me just check this on. Was used for brown before. Just clean this off, and I have got stuff all over this, so it doesn't matter too much. Right, so I'm going to use the real red again, just to lightly colour my butterfly. Because they are a bit white, and I don't really want it white. Make sure that bit is a little bit darker, because that would have been the back, the wing behind. So I think that will look quite nice. We'll see what it looks like first. Right, so we've done the stamping. We'll put some of these pieces together now. I'm going to use some Tombow on this to stick it down. I should have a reasonably even border all the way round. Just take that off. Don't know where that came from. Right, so that's that piece is ready, and that is. So now we can put our card together. Hopefully this is reasonably dry now. I think so. What you can do, if you've got a dry cloth, you can wipe over the top of this, so if anything did stick to the gold, you could wipe it over and it would come off. So there's my watercolouring. So let me just, right, that didn't, you should be able to use a drop of water, piece that's wet, and just wipe that off. Although it shouldn't matter because it probably will be underneath my card. Right, let's get that off there. This is going to go over the top of that. This will be okay. So that's going to be in the middle there. So let's put this down first, because I then want to cover that up by putting my other piece on the top. And what I think I might do, just for now, is use a piece of scrap card over the top, just to make sure that I'm going to put a reasonably even border around there. There we go. And then I should have some scrap paper, if I can get some. Put some on here. That'll do. I can just put that inside there for now, just in case. And then that will go, oh, I need to know where it is though, don't I? Because that's got to go over the top there. And I only want to put glue on this half here. So it'll be this piece here. And I'm going to use some Tombow again, just over here. Don't want to go over the half that will be overhanging. So I'm going to put this over here. I think that should be, whoops, too far. So that should be over there a bit more. There we go. Right, so I can rub that down on there. Nothing's coming off anyway, so that's all done now. So there's my card with the watercolouring effect on it. So I've watercoloured the actual flowers and the leaves. I've got my stamped part on the front. And I thought maybe that might look nice on there. So maybe I could cover over some of the, or I could put it on the inside, but then it would show. So maybe I won't, I'll put it on the outside. There. Right, I'm going to put some glue just on part of this now. So hopefully, don't know whether that will, it'll go on there, we'll see. 2 seconds, I put some liquid glue on here. Yeah, just about. Just on a few of the larger sections on the wings so that they'll stay down as well. Whoops, not too much because I don't want it squidging through. If squidging is a word, I'm not sure, or whether it's one I've made up. I think squidgy is a word, but whether squidging is, I don't know. Perhaps you can let me know if you're watching and listening. Right, there we go. That should be enough. And I'm going to put that just there. Right. And maybe finish off with think these are still, maybe, no. Let's see what else have we got. Those. These definitely are. That's butterfly, so I don't want those. Let's see what quickly. Don't think those are. Sorry, I won't be a moment. No. This is on there, not green. Not the right green. Oh. Ah. Iridescent foil gems. I think these are quite current. So we'll put a couple of these on. I'm not sure which set this comes with. I think it might be the Kidding Around, but we'll find out and I will let you know. But these are pretty. I think I'll just use a few of these. Maybe just a couple of small ones and one a big one. Cover that up here. There we go. So we've got 3 of those on there. Put those away if I can, without them sticking that down. Oops. There we go. Right. So those are the iridescent foil gems. And there's my card finished. And I've got my envelope, which I don't really think needs anything else doing to it. And that is a lovely card to say thank you to somebody. There we go. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this and maybe you'll have a go at doing some watercolouring yourself. If you are going to do it on card, make sure that try it out first and make sure that the card doesn't buckle or anything when it dries, because you don't want that to happen. You want it to be nice and flat as well for when you've finished using it, so that it looks nice when you hand it over to somebody or send it to somebody. Again, if you want any of the products that I've used today, you can find them in my online shop, and the information, the link will be in the details below that you can just click on. If there's anything else, if you do have a go, don't forget to let me know. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of my videos, you can subscribe to my channel, and if you click on the little bell icon by the side of the subscribe button, you will be notified whenever I post a new video. Okay, thanks very much, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.